Alright, we are live. Today we're playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. And something's wrong with Steam again. Okay. I guess I'll restart Steam. Linux bug, yeah. I don't know. I mean, Steam sometimes just crashes for me. I don't use it much. So maybe I don't know, there might be something wrong with the package or something on NixOS, but I don't know why that would be. Might also just be a bug from Steam. What the heck? There it is. Alright. It is launching, screen capture is on, and it should be good to go. Hopefully. Is it doing anything? Yeah, alright, we're good. Honestly, Windows has been pissing me off from how hot your room gets that you've been using Linux. Why would your room be getting hot? Is your computer producing that much air? I mean, heat? That sounds insane. But, I mean, I guess winter's coming up. Maybe that's a good thing. High CPU usage. Really? From idling? It's that bad? That's crazy. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, this... Forgot to save last time. And then I died right before the end last time. Then I died and had to go back to the previous save and... pretty much wasted like 2 hours. At least I know what I'm doing. Or I think I do. There's a lot of bloatware running in the background. I like to have my things open, but that should use a lot of memory, not CPU. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Linux does definitely run a lot less at idle. I have like barely any CPU usage at idle. I mean, I don't really check my CPU usage pretty much ever because I don't have much of a reason to. Right. There's the quest one. Nope. Quest one. Here go. I mean, I could... I don't think I've gone to the valley yet. Or have I? At this point in the save. I might have done one of the tombs, but I'm not sure about that. Because there's one where I think I was trying... Oh, well, let's just keep going this way. Okay, I just went into a tomb? Okay, I guess I'd started on one of the tombs.
Another idiotic student has stumbled into my little web, eh?
Check Discord for Urice to look at it, yeah.
Should knock you out quickly enough.
Sounds good. Can't right now because my computer gets
Awake already, are you? Good.
messed up while KOTOR's running.
I've taken up residence here for now. It's dusty and full of critters, but it's home.
Alright. Who are you? I mean, I already did this last time.
Oh, yes.
So I might just kind of quickly go through it. KOTOR? Do you not use it? It is OBS. The game is KOTOR. Knights of the Old Republic. The abbreviation is KOTOR. And it's just a really old game, and it, for some reason, fucks with double monitors. In a weird way. And also somehow doesn't let me quit out of it, even with my keyboard shortcut to, like, close a window. Just doesn't work on it. Like, it'll close temporarily and then start back up. So, like, at this point, right now, if I just tried to close it, it would not close. It would just, like, go black for a little bit, maybe show me my screen again, but then it would just come back on. Which, I don't even know how it does that. Nope, never heard of you.
No? Blast it. What have they been teaching you children in the...
Alright, I think I'm just gonna kind of go through it, pretty quick. I don't even remember what I did last time. No, I did the go ahead and do it, and then I answered the questions correctly.
Well, then.
Can you H-top kill it?
Last comments before we begin,
I
Miko?
can't bring H-top up
We could both survive. Attacking together.
to be able to kill it.
Now, dear lad, do you really think your friend here will answer questions wrong?
The only way to kill it,
Little you
that I've found,
their own
at least,
life? And on
is
that note,
to
let's begin. Now then,
in-game
your
exit
immediate
out of it.
superior monk-
Or restart my computer. But I haven't really tried any other methods, to be honest. I've just tried my keyboard shortcut to close the window. Because I haven't had any issues.
Correct. You
Let's see if I can remember this. I mean, he's gonna kill the other guy, but whatever. Take the reward and leave.
correct, sir. Let's see.
Gotta go with all the evil options here. Okay, what was it? Share it? No. Keep to myself. Of course.
Let
Such a
them rip the
Sithy
secret
answer.
from your- Well, it's
I'll definitely be happy about that.
Is young Nicole dead?
Kill Miko, one of our rivals.
I think
Sure.
you must have cheated a little, but there's nothing. I'll just.
Alright. Got one of the items. Can I... Ooh. Huh? Okay. Character was stuck for a second. That is fine. Then... Oh, Tulak Horde's Mask. Probably want that as well. Being a Linux user, I can't get to a terminal. That's crazy. That does have me slightly curious now, though. I mean, I could just... Alright. I don't think this is gonna work. But... guess I could try. Okay. There we go. Is it gonna stay over it? Oh, please don't tell me I just broke the game. Okay. No, it just gets forced behind it. I mean, I could still spawn a terminal on... Wait, what? Wait, hold on. This is weird. What the fuck? Okay. No, it might not even let me really open a terminal at all. I thought I could just open one on a different monitor at the very least, but yeah, it locks me out of even being able to open a terminal. I could exit out of my X session with like Control Alt F1 and could just go to bare terminal, not even terminal emulator. It's just I don't know how to explain that. Like before you install like a desktop, anything to handle like Windows and stuff, I just have the terminal. So I could exit out into that with, I think it's Control Alt F1 or it's Control Alt F1 through 7, I think. Any of those work. You know the difference between terminal and terminal emulator? Yeah. I mean, I was watching a video like just now where some guy who apparently doesn't like Linux, which is crazy to me, but whatever, bought like an old terminal, like one back in the day when, you know, the screen could only display text. It couldn't do any graphics. Got one of those and then managed to hook that up to a laptop running Linux. And I've always wanted to do that. That's been like... Dream feels a bit strong, but that's been like a dream of mine for quite some time, to get like an old-timey terminal that can only display text and have that as a monitor. Oh, that's so cool. I want that so bad. I watched a video of a guy doing it today, so that filled me with a little bit of joy, to be honest. Also, good evening, metadata. The video only had like 200 views on it, though. So what's up with that? Is no one else interested in having an awesome old terminal as a monitor? Crazy. There are clearly some insane people around. I'm sure. But I don't know, it was a good video. I'm trying to remember what the channel's name was, because it was a smaller channel. It didn't have any other super, you know, Linux. I didn't really have any Linux specific stuff on this channel, so I didn't really check it out much more than a cursory glance. But it looked like he had some cool stuff. Ah, dude, I cannot remember what it is. Alright, let me just have a window open with Big Slappy. The YouTube channel name, I guess like the @ is Big Slappy 247. So, but yeah. Has 448 views right now. The dumb terminal and using with a modern computer. Fun video. Okay. Let me there we go. Okay. Back to normal. Do I Big Slap? Yeah, it's a great name. Do I watch LGR? I did used to. That was one of my... I haven't in a while. The thing is, I like old tech. I think it's cool. And I want to get into, like, if I was able to, I would definitely want to get into it. But I'm just not... You know, it's hard to watch videos that you think are super cool and you really want to do something similar, but also knowing you're never going to. Because I don't really see myself buying tons of vintage tech and playing around with it. Because, I mean, you know, you do have to know quite a bit about old tech to do those type of videos. And also you have to buy them, fiddle around with them. And that's, you know, more than I think I would do. So I used to just watch these videos and just be like, damn, that's so cool. I wish I could do that. And yeah, after a while I stopped. I think tech is a cool, but too expensive and not really feasible. Yeah. I mean, like, especially, I don't even understand how some people keep up with modern gaming, right? Like, because just the computer alone is so expensive. And then the games on top of that are also crazy. Discord on Linux sucks when it has updated. It shows a little window saying, update me please. Then, all it does when you click it is download the latest .deb file. So you built a Python script to check if Discord launched, and if it didn't, then download the newest version, install, then run the Vencord thing, making my own auto update. After I finish, it will set it up, launch and start. I mean, that's just because you're using the official Discord, which is the worst experience of all the, except on Arch. Maybe Arch has fixed it. It used to be pretty bad to install Discord on Arch. Maybe it would have been easier with Vencord, but yeah, that's because you're using the official version of Discord. You used to always buy latest PC parts for your computer, but it got so expensive. I just started doing complete overhauls every 5 years to save money. Yeah, I mean, that seems like the best way to do that. You need it to work with Vencord. Huh? I mean, Vencord is... You don't have to have Discord installed for Vencord to work. I mean, I didn't install Discord. I mean, I guess unless Nix... I guess it could have packaged it with Vencord. I suppose. I don't know.
On it. Damn.
Alright, skill too low. I'll have to just hit it with the lightsaber and magically it open. Use official Discord, so you can use official Vencord. Okay. That's probably the issue. Now that I'm back from Germany, am I back to volunteering at the library? Yeah. I still volunteer there. And I mean, I'm going back. Also going back to school again. Not yet, but in January, I guess. And working towards becoming a librarian. I'll probably try to get a job at a library as well to apply, but I don't know, it's gonna take forever. What major? Well, right now I'm signed up to work on an associate's in science, which is just a degree that'll make it so I can transfer to any 4-year college for or whatever in state, and every public university in the state I live in will accept the associates in science for transferring in, and then after that I have to pick a major, a bachelor's degree of the scientific persuasion. But yeah, I'm thinking something in a bachelor in maybe something computer related, like, I don't know, network engineering could be pretty cool, or like some system administration type of thing. Yeah, I mean, the end goal would be an MLIS degree, Masters in Library Information Science. But for do MIS? Oh, what is MIS? That was your major. Information science? Master. MIS, Management Information Systems. I mean, that sounds kind of cool. Or kind of what I was talking about with network or system administration type of thing. But, I mean, saying you're a bit jaded sounds like maybe it's not the best. If you're jaded about after getting that degree. But I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. Since end goal is really the MLIS degree, Masters in Library Information Science. And that accepts any bachelor's degree. Because, like, one of the librarians at the library I volunteer at is got a bachelor's in physical therapy, which I didn't even know there was a bachelor's for that. Or not physical therapy, something about therapy though, but like, yeah, physical therapy. Didn't know there was a bachelor for that, but cool. A technology degree that focuses on manipulation and management of big databases, warehouses, AI, ML, programming, etc. Jade against CS, prefer MIS. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to do something with handling, like my thought was, okay, well, what would a librarian need in a bachelor's degree? And one of the things I thought of was, okay, well, someone has to know how to manage library systems and databases for a library. Also, that lines up with some more of my interests, computer-wise. Versus just pure, like, coming up with, like, when I think CS major, I don't know. But just purely coding and creating stuff rather than using and managing stuff. I don't know. That's the difference in my head for CS. Is with CS, I just think of people who are just creating stuff. And, yeah. And then MIS, yeah. That's pretty much what I'd prefer. Like, I want to know how to create some programs and stuff, but just pure programming does not sound like it would be for me. Let's go. CS student here, yeah. No, I mean, the other thing that has me a bit against CS is all the stuff I hear online about how people in CS are struggling to get jobs. That's a bit concerning. Some colleges call it CIS, Computer Information Systems, yeah. Dude, the community college that I'm getting my associate's degree at, there's 2 programming classes that I can take for my associates. Well, I guess 3 technically. There's Introduction to Programming, concepts and stuff, which could be interesting, but I feel like that's going to be way too basic. C++ and Java. I really don't understand. I guess Java's popular. But still. Java or C++ are the 2 choices for programming classes I can take. And that is none of the languages I have even thought of wanting to do Java, especially. I've heard nothing but bad things about it. But I know it's very popular. I mean, Minecraft's written in it. But, man, why? Why those 2? So I'll probably... Oh, and then the transfer into the guidance counselor just looked it up. To transfer into a computer science degree at one of the nearby colleges, the requirement, they require one coding class in the associates, and the coding class that the computer science degree at a nearby college wants from the, I feel like I'm repeating things, is Java. Man, that hurts.
How'd you like that?
I don't really want to learn Java. So, yeah. No Python, yeah. No Python. I mean, they do offer a Python class, but it just wouldn't count towards my degree.
You asked for this.
I feel like everything in corporate America is Python. All your professional experience has been in Python. I'm like, why the heck did I learn C# Java? Yeah. No. Every, like, working person that I've talked to, like, that works in, like, engineering, they all have said that, like, the only language they really care about is Python. I've never heard from an engineering person, like chemical or mechanical engineering, not computer engineering. I've never heard them talk about any language other than Python. This guy hates Python? I don't hate Python. I don't like it. But I see why people like it, and, you know, I get the appeal. It's just not appealing to me. I even used and liked a Python program recently. And, you know, it wasn't very slow like I expected,
Too long.
like I was worried
Long,
about.
The cold and the dark. I am disturbed again. A human.
This you don't see every day. This
Yeah, schools might care about other languages, but the world commands Python.
such
Yeah.
great sadness and regret. Walk carefully.
I mean, the thing is, if you're
Here.
using, like, if you're working, like, in the banks, you know, the banks, they use really old languages, still, like COBOL, for some reason. Just legacy software. And, like, at the... and I've seen, like, computer software for businesses as well, are oftentimes really old and haven't been updated in, like, a really long time. That's still being used. So, yeah, government, military, banks, any place of business that you're working on, like, an old code base is going to be written in something weird that schools also don't teach you.
I had a name once. Ajunta Paul. Yes, that was
YTDLP?
my name.
Yeah, no.
Was my name. In the end.
So I use YTDLP. I know it's Python. I ignore the fact that it's Python. This is more accurate. It is really slow, but it's sometimes YTDLP can be very slow, but that's probably just more of an internet connection thing than anything. So that's really the slow point there. No, the program I'm talking about was the Qt browser, Qute. And when I saw people talk about it, I've seen it that it was mentioned that it's written in Python, and I've seen mention that it's pretty slow because it's written in Python. But then I used it, and really it was not noticeably slower than any other browser I've used.
Ancient. Has it been so
A browser
long
in
that you
Python?
used the word
Interesting.
ancient?
Yeah, it's based off of, I think,
Been here
GTK
so long,
browser, which isn't
so
written in
lost.
Python.
I cannot remember.
Or, like,
We were
the
the
engine
first-
isn't written
the
in
first
Python.
to
I think it's
rebel.
Chromium based,
Pray.
but when I
So
looked it up,
headed
it said something about
ourselves to the dark
GTK.
side.
and
strong.
I don't know what that's about, but I'm pretty sure it's Chromium, a browser engine with just Python on top of it. PBI? I don't know what that is. Most Python libraries are written in C language, which has really helped with Python's performance, yeah. I mean, PBI, Power BI, I mean, that does not explain much.
Our Jedi Master.
Data analytics tool by Microsoft, okay.
Who warned us against
Why are you bringing that
dark side.
up?
Yet
But yeah, Qt browser was interesting. I mean, it's just a browser that bakes in Vim motions for everything. So you use, the keyboard to control everything, and the browser is built in a way where you don't have to use the mouse at all. So it was interesting. I wanted to check it out. The only reason I hadn't was because I didn't really see a reason to when I heard it was slow. But I've been trying out some different browsers and stuff recently, so I was like, you know what, let's give it a shot. And I'm still using LibreWolf. I haven't changed browsers, but I just removed tabs from my browser, and now I'm happy with it again.
So much time has passed, and yet we have learned nothing.
PBI was, oh, okay. Most used tools in your job. Cool. Firefox is pretty good, to be honest, yeah. I mean, Firefox isn't even that good. I don't know, the people in charge of Firefox are so fucking bad. Like, I don't know, they waste so much money, and even when Firefox is doing bad, their top execs get pay raises, and, they're pretty much funded by Google. And then they also do weird stuff in the background as well. Like, I don't know, they had this, they wanted to do like some privacy ad thing, and I don't know, it's weird. FF with uBlock Origin, suck at YT ads, yeah, that's like the easiest setup for probably one of the best browsing experiences. It's like a normie browser with normie things like support and a lot of extensions. Yeah, no, I mean, like, between Firefox and Chrome, I'd take Firefox 100%, and LibreWolf is just based off of Firefox. It's just a hardened version of Firefox. Like, if you just tweak the settings of Firefox, you get LibreWolf. Alright. Just focus a little bit. That's why you love Firefox. Makes it browsing web easy. It was easy to set up. Yeah. I don't know. Between, like, I think if you're just going for out of the box, what's the best browser? Without tweaking settings and without my insane preferences. Like, with my insane preferences, LibreWolf is my favorite browser. But there's also Florp and, what's the other one called? What's the other? Dude. What's it called? Florp. And then there's one that's really similar to Florp as well. I can't remember. There's another Firefox-based browser. Those are, you know, kind of what looked the most interesting to me. Florp is just kind of cool. I don't actually use it, though. I can't remember what the other one's called. That's frustrating. But if we're just going right out of the box, like, honestly, Brave is... I haven't used it in a while, and the company kind of sucks, and they have weird crypto stuff going. But that might be pretty out of the box good. Chrome sucks, but Opera looks cool, not Opera GX. Use Arc browser on Windows, and now it's interesting. But on Linux, you use FF, and it's chill. But I also second Brave for when I need Chrome. Yeah, I mean, I have Firefox, LibreWolf, and Chromium installed. I just have Chromium because there's some websites that don't work on Firefox. Sometimes. Which one was it? The notched one. Yep. Okay. Wait, what? Oh shit. Did I do the wrong one? Oh, okay. Well.
Yes?
Yes, that is the one. That is the blade that destroyed me. Take
But
it.
I'm also
Take it
excited
there,
about
lady.
Ladybird.
Take them
I
and
think
go.
that's a cool
My
browser.
darkness awaits me.
It's not really usable yet, but it's just cool that it's not Chrome or Firefox. So that's a pretty cool project. There's another another browser engine that's being written in Rust. I forget what it's called. That's further back than Ladybird in being usable. Those are exciting as well. Everyone hates Edge. Nowadays, I feel like Edge is not. I mean, you know, it's not Internet Explorer, so it's not as bad. It's basically just a reskin of Chrome. There's one other browser that I've heard a lot of good things about. It is proprietary, so I never used it. Dude, what is it? It might have been Opera, but that sounds off. No, I don't think it's Opera. It's one Linux YouTuber that I used to watch used it and was always like, oh, I hate it that it's proprietary, but it's so good I still use it. Google Arc browser if you can, Elmio. I want to see what you think about it. I mean, I've seen it before. Wait, what? Hold on. Shit. Did I do this wrong? Oh, no. I think I messed up. Did I give it the wrong sword? I don't remember. Okay. Oh well. And the thing with Arc browser is it's pretty nice. I don't really care to have a fancy browser like that. Like, all I want from a browser is to show me the website. I don't really need much. Show me the website and block ads. That's all I really wanted from a web browser. So, like, extra features or new ways to do things, I don't really care too much. There are, like, I don't know, there's browsers like on the Firefox side of things that are also that are imitating what Arc has. There's I can't remember what the other one's called, which is really bothering me. But one of them's Florp, and Floorp. It's a Japanese project.
Isn't it obvious? I've been hoping you wouldn't have considered. Now that.
I guess I did it right.
Impressive bravado, I'm sure. Do you
Also,
honestly think I
hello,
would let an
Distant Lights. How are
opportunity
you
to
doing?
oppress Master Uthar pass me by? I may.
when you use Arc, you literally ignore all the special features, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it's cool. Like, some of the features sound nice, but it also gets to the point where I don't need I don't need a browser to be managing my windows. And like I don't want a browser that is so big that it has to also be a window manager on its own. That's way too much for a browser. I don't need that many features. But I mean, there are some people who spend all their time, they don't do anything outside of a browser. You know, you have Google Docs and all that. Chromebooks in general have that kind of vibe. So I can understand why some people really like Arc. And if you're fully doing everything in Arc, fully doing everything in your browser, you want one with, all the features you could possibly want. Should you go full FF? No. I think everyone should have at least, I don't know. I think it's not, I mean, it's possible, but, I just keep a Chrome, like a Chromium download on my computer at least, just in case. It happens really rarely, but sometimes there's websites that don't like my browser, that don't like Firefox. They want you to be on Chrome.
Isn't it?
Which is
Need to do.
really annoying. Like one time there was a thing with YouTube where I was going back and privating all my old streams where I couldn't do it on Firefox. Which, fine, whatever. So I had a Chromium, switched over to Chromium, and it worked. So every once in a while that can happen. Pretty much never, though. What terminal do I use? I've been using the Kitty terminal. It's kind of fancy one. It doesn't. I think it is still GPU accelerated, so it's not like slow or anything. Well, kinda, but it's really easy to use, I guess. I don't know. I used to use Alacrity, and ST. The only, but like, Alacrity can't show or has a hard time with, what's the program called? I don't remember what it is, but it has a hard time displaying images. So if you want to run like a file manager that shows you previews of images in the terminal, it's hard to do with Alacrity or ST. Or I've been using YouTube Fuzzy Finder. I think that's what the program called, YTFZF, FCF. And then on the search, it shows you the thumbnails and doesn't really work on Alacrity. But with Kitty, it's really easy. And that's, just an indication of bloat, I guess. I don't know. It feels like I'm going against my weird standards by using Kitty. So don't talk about it. Use the bundled in GNOME terminal. I'm sure that's fine. I mean, the GNOME terminal is, I mean, honestly, I've never noticed much of a difference between terminal editors other than how hard they are to set up. And, I mean, you know, most of the experience of a terminal, emulator, not editor, most of the experience of the terminal is just the experience of using a you know, I don't know. They're not that different from each other. They all do the same thing. I've never really noticed much of a difference other than how the setup for them goes.
Too much audio input. Audio systems
Or customization of them
must
goes.
destroy source of disturbance. Must kill sentience.
The only problem I have with GNOME is that your Kava audio visualization bugs out a little. Besides that, it's chill. Yeah, GNOME is a seems like a pretty good, you know, package of software that usually works. Yeah, same, Jasper. Never found a reason to switch terminals from console. You're running KDE, right? I mean, honestly, the only reason I've tried multiple terminal emulators out is just because most of my systems don't come pre-installed with a terminal emulator. And of course my weird preference for really small software contributes to that as well. Small and needlessly fast to the point where I don't even, you know, notice a difference.
How'd you like that?
KDE Plasma to be specific. Yeah. KDE's seems like, I don't know. All the desktop environments I feel like are pretty solid. Honestly, KDE honestly looks really cool, to be honest. I'll probably use it if GNOME Terminal gives you problems, yeah. One thing that I will say, actually KDE's looks, other than KDE, and GNOME isn't too bad. KDE and GNOME have decent terminal defaults, I guess. But I haven't checked Cinnamon's, but like LXQT, and XFC, the default terminal is really bad looking default, to be specific. Like, I mean, you know, they do the same thing. But they're really ugly. Also, for some reason, macOS, the default terminal is ugly as hell. Why is that? Unless, like, I mean, I've only seen one person use the terminal on a Mac, and, you know, maybe they're not using the default, I suppose. I mean, if they aren't, I really worry about why they would use. I think they use default. Oh, dude, what's the terminal? Default Xterm. Like, ugly. macOS users aren't Linux users. It's just not the same. They just aren't built like us. Yeah, I mean, this person had used Linux before, while they were in high school and college. They used Linux, but they just don't anymore because they don't have time. I guess. And Linux used to be... Wait, no, I've already been in this one. And Linux used to be a lot... I don't want to say worse, because... reasons. Linux used to take a lot more time to set everything up. So whenever I tell them about, like, package managers, like, damn. That sounds so much better. So you don't have to spend ages fiddling around with, like, installing and all the dependencies and all the dependency hell, which still, to some extent, can exist nowadays, but, dependency hell, I mean. But, yeah, I mean, like with no package manager, what's even the point of the terminal? You can install a package manager on Mac. Famously Homebrew on Mac OS, which has pretty much all the terminal applications you could want. And I think more as well. Homebrew has, I think it has honestly a pretty good repository of software. And you can also install Nix on Mac and get the Nix package manager on Mac OS. Which I don't think a lot of people do, but it's possible. So you can get a package manager in the terminal as well. Okay, so is this... Can I do anything? I have to activate it. I don't think I have enough parts. I'm just trying to remember, because last time I went here, I went with another disciple. And killed them at the end. But I guess this time I'm gonna try to just find the way on my own. Okay. Nothing on the corpses. What do we got here, maybe? Nope.
Damn.
Oh, come on, Karth. What an idiot. Just not the same? Yeah. No, I mean... Can't really change your windowing system on macOS. Can't install a new DE. You don't have quite the customization that you do with Linux. And quite some of the freedom you have with Linux. Okay. I don't know why I would want to close the door. Oh shoot. Karth is slowly dying. Let's cast some heals. And there it is. Wait, have I already been here? No, doesn't seem like it. No? Wait, okay. I think I might have been to all the tombs. Can install i3 type Windows Manager on Mac, but it's not very good or something. Well, okay. You can, no, sort of. So you can install you can install this, because I told this Mac user about it before. You can install this program that essentially gives you key bindings like i3, but it's still using macOS windowing, window manager essentially. macOS was one of the last usages of Unix, the proprietary system. The other system switched over to Linux. Well, actually, the Mac kernel is actually open source. It's just everything that's not the kernel is closed source. So, like, the Linux of Mac is open source, but the GNU and the the desktop environment is closed source. But yeah, Mac and Linux kind of branched off both from the old Unix system. Oh, wow, I didn't realize the kernel was open source. Yeah, me neither. For a pretty long time, I did not know that either. But I was just talking with someone one time, and then I was like, oh yeah, I use Linux because it's open source. And, yeah, they hit me with an argument I never would have expected. Well then, why don't you use Mac? You know, the kernel, just like the Linux kernel for Mac, is open source as well. And, man. It really crushed me in the moment. I had to look it up right away. Didn't believe him. And it turns out, yeah. What is it? The Darwin kernel? That's the Mac OS is what the kernel's called. I looked it up, and yeah, it's on GitHub. And I'm still shocked by that. I cannot believe that. I mean, it's good, and it had me wondering for a while, like, how is it that the Mac OS kernel is open source, but I've never heard of it? How could that possibly be? I mean, right, I'm kind of obsessed with open source software, so I was really scratching my head why I'd never heard of it and why nobody talked about it. And then I realized, probably the reason nobody cares is because it only really works on Mac hardware. So probably that's the reason, because there's not really much of a use case for something that only runs on insanely expensive computers, I guess. Hello, JMC. How are you doing? Okay, I think I've already been to all the tombs. Let's go back to Uthar. That's it for sure, yeah. I mean, you know, there's projects like, I don't know, Hackintosh. So you can run, and with that you can like run Mac OS on other computers as well. So there are some people, I suppose, that are passionate enough about macOS to want to run it on something else. But generally, you know, the type of people who want macOS are also, you know, like, you're just gonna want the simplicity of just buying like a MacBook and just using it. That's more the target audience for Mac stuff. And, you know, if you're not in that target audience, you're probably, or if you're in that, you know, the people that intersect between the target audience of like hacking around with stuff and trying to get stuff to work and Mac OS target audiences is probably pretty slim. Dak has some dialogue with Jahani, if you're curious.
Greetings, young one.
Dak.
I have found you to be most impressive.
I don't even know who Dak is. Alright, Juntapal.
Finally, the genuine sword.
We should have kept that. It could have made a...
Well done. Go now.
Actually, I could have kept that. I could have given him the other kind of more boring stuff. Sure.
So I see.
No, I killed her.
You
There we
haven't-
go.
I would advise.
Okay, I mean, I've done this before. But now he's happy enough with us, I suppose. Yeah, I wasn't really reading along. So I think now I can go to that tomb, which is the point where I left off last time after not having saved. So, we're off to there, I suppose. Fallen Commodore 64-like OS written by one dude, built for learning or tinkering. Temple OS? Oh yeah, Temple OS is awesome. Terry Davis is kind of incredible. I mean, it's not even just that the OS is, that he wrote the OS himself. He also wrote the programming language. He created Holy C, which is what he used to write Temple OS with. So, that's so cool. Granted, he is probably insane, but it is insanely cool what he accomplished. Holy C, yeah, Holy C. That's what the programming language is. That he created and used to make Temple OS. Oh shoot, that's the wrong way. I need to just look at the map. I've gotten myself mixed up in my directions. Oh, come on.
Ready?
We're all stuck on each other. Yeah, I mean, I haven't used Temple OS myself, sadly. I don't know, I'm pretty sure I remember there being pretty harsh hardware compatibility. So, I don't even know if I have a computer that could run it, unless I emulate, maybe? Possible? I don't even know. Because it does look like a pretty cool operating system to explore. Racing is hard, and it's a skill I need to learn as a Lynx user. I mean, I still wouldn't say I'm good at racing. I don't think it's too big of a deal to be bad. And also, I mean, I guess you don't view it as much of a hobby as I do, but being bad at hobbies is okay. You don't have to be good at racing to just enjoy it a little bit. And you don't have to be good at it. I kind of suck at racing. My race looks kind of dog shit. I only change like one line of code, or one line of my config file every month, maybe. Like, I change one line in a config file maybe once a month, across all my config files. And I've been doing that for the past, 5 years or so, and I still, I like my rice. It feels homely to me, and I really don't like operating a computer that doesn't have my rice on it. But, it's not particularly great rice. Can run it in a VM easily. Okay. I wasn't sure, but that makes sense. Like, all the YouTubers who are showing it off, I cannot imagine all of them having those specific hardware to be able to use it. If you're going to spend all your time on your computer anyway, might as well make things look good or make things more efficient. Yeah. No, I mean, that's the reason why I do it. I just do it slowly and don't worry about, making it as good as... Wait, what? Did I... Okay.
What?
Going back again. But, yeah, personalizing your space is always lots of fun. Just a little tinkering, when you think of it. And at some point you'll end up with something that will just feel real comfy to you, and it'll be nice. And if you're spending lots of time at your computer, if it feels nice and comfy to use, that's always better. That's part of the reason why, I like Linux so much, is that customizability. I feel like I can do whatever I want with my computer and set it up exactly to how I like it and just feel at home on my own computer and feel like everything's in my control. It's honestly just a real nice feeling. And that's also one of the reasons I like simple programs. Because I feel like I can control and know everything
I
about a
take it you are
program
ready to travel to the tomb
if
of
it's
Nagasado.
pretty simple.
Your final test should not be delayed.
But if there's, you know, I don't know, like a browser, for example, there are so many little things to know about a browser and so many little menus you can go through. On and on. And if all your programs have so many menus and so many options and so much stuff, you can't know everything about all your programs, and I feel like I can't feel at home among a bunch of programs that I don't really understand. But if most of my programs are little terminal programs or some little thing, right, that doesn't have an overwhelming amount of features, I feel like I can understand the program, customize it to my liking a little bit, and then just feel at home among all my little programs that I understand, rather than a couple huge things that are, you know, confusing and way too big, and you never know all the features that are packed into some programs, which I just don't like. You have to talk to Uther and Tasty Tomb, yeah. And I think I had to talk with him again. Okay. Let's do this. Alright. Finally, I'm back at the part where I left off last time.
I dislike your tone.
Nothing.
Yes, you are to
Alright.
like.
Be very.
I think... Oh yeah, tab autocomplete for commands are literally the best, but like your co-pilot, I want to be able to see what the suggestions are. If you hit tab twice, it lists out all the options, I guess, that are possible. Like if you type, for example, what's a command that could end in multiple things if you start with it? If you just type V and then hit tab twice, it'll list all the CD, but yeah, no, I mean, it doesn't really matter. And just type in N or M or something, and then just double tap tab, and it'll list out all the autocompletes that are possible, if you want it like that. Or you can use fish, or ZSH, actually. ZSH, not ZSH, what is it? Is it ZSH? I think it's ZSH with Oh My ZSH. And that'll give you autocomplete as well, and if you set it up in the right way, it'll like Copilot show you all the ZSH, Z shell, and then Oh My ZSH for framework, and that's supposedly also a little bit better than, I don't know.
Good.
Alright. So, I'm gonna save now because I don't want to get blasted back to the past again. But you like your bash, Lamau? I mean... I only use bash because I don't care about the extra features. But ZSH is... like, Fish is very different from Bash. Fish, for example, isn't POSIX compliant like Bash is. But ZSH is POSIX compliant just like Bash is, and is pretty much the same thing. Like, there's not really any difference. There is some difference, but ZSH and Bash are extremely similar. Both are POSIX compliant. So unless you get into like the very specifics of it, they are almost inconsequentially different. But ZSH has some better like ease of use, I guess, and customizability. I've never used ZSH, but that's what I've heard. I just stick with default, and you know, Bash is enough for me. I haven't ever super felt like I needed more. But I've also never felt like I needed less, because I have used, like, Ash, for example, which is a more minimal version of Bash. And I struggled a bit with that, because there was, at least by default, no autocomplete. And I didn't really bother trying to change that. And then there's also Dash, which is a faster version of Bash, but a bit faster. Oh god, this puzzle. I remember spending way too much time on this. Oh, dang it. Okay. Let's see if I even remember how to do this. Okay, so I need to move. Okay, so blue needs to go over here, basically. So I need to be able to get yellow. Okay, well, first of all, let's put red in the middle. Then we'll take green and put it all the way to the right. Then I can take red and put it above green. Okay, and then I can move yellow into the middle. And then I can put green above yellow now. Okay, but to get to green I have to do red first. So I'll move red all the way to the left. So there's still nothing above yellow. Which means I can move the right pillar to the middle, so move green into the middle. Okay, so now I can move blue all the way over to the right where it needs to be. So to do that, I have to take red and put it in the middle. And then I can move blue all the way to the right. Okay, blue's in the right spot now. Okay. Now I need to take red. Yellow needs to go over here now. So to do that, I'll need to bring green over here. Get green there. Let's put red there. Okay. So take the middle pillar, move it, or take red, move it to the left, right. This section of stuff might have to look up how to solve one of the puzzles. Okay. Well, I know how to do this one at least, but good to know I won't be if I struggle too much, I won't feel too bad, I suppose. Learning about tab's super cool, but you just want the one feature. Might not set up ZSH, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Yeah, I mean, you know, at some point that one feature thing adds up. Like, that's the reason why I switched from TWM over to i3 was one of those things was I just want that one feature. Kept piling up. Sorry, I'm just pouring some tea in my mug. And yeah, eventually I was just like, you know what, let's just switch over to i3. Any LibreOffice alternatives? There's like OpenOffice, I think. I don't know if that's still going on. I don't really know any. Yeah, I use LibreOffice. It's good enough for me. I haven't really bothered checking out others. Now that you're actually watching your C matrix, I can see that it's stuttering. You use Cinnamon, right? It might be screen tearing. You can look up on YouTube like screen tearing test. And it'll be like these white and black bars that go across the screen. And if that's the case, and if there's some like stuttering and stuff like that, then it might not be your C matrix that's the issue. It might be screen tearing because of the X windowing system, which there are fixes for that, but sometimes they work better than other times. Alright, so let's move green over to the left. And now I can bring bring red all the way to the left, and now we can put yellow in the right position, and then everything is easy from there. That's a little, and we're just about done. Honestly, screen tearing is one of the reasons people really like Wayland as well, is because there's no issues with screen tearing in Wayland. And we made it, at least into here. Let's do a quick heal. Yep, screen tearing, but how I only notice this now. It's usually not very noticeable. To be honest, you only really notice it when you're looking for it, I feel like. Sometimes when you play video games, you notice it as well, like if there's a lot of potential for screen tearing. But yeah, most of the time I don't really notice if there is screen tearing until I do, at which point it is completely obnoxious. You think it's getting worse? It is probably seeming that way because once you notice it, it's hard to ignore. But yeah, it definitely does seem like that when it's happening. There are like a couple fixes that you can try out. Off the top of my head, I don't remember what it is, because for one of them at least, you have to go into like you have to edit some config file for like the X windowing system or something like that, and that's in the like etc folder, which is where your global configs are stored. So it's not the easiest thing to fix. And now that you've noticed it, it's gonna, you might have some trouble not noticing it anymore. Alright, so that guy just dropped a data pad, and for some reason my new items list is ginormous. Dragging a window around lags. Quickly moving a window around quickly, it will fall perfectly, then lag behind. Yeah, that sounds like screen tearing. Feels like everything's stuttering now. Yeah. I mean, you can just try restarting. Sometimes that does kind of fix the issue. I don't really know what the whole deal is with screen tearing, to be honest. Life is pain, please just take you back. Yeah. I'm sorry. Alright, here we got some data pads. Okay. Did not make it past the final portion of his final test. Most of his journal consists of the Sith's account of gaining enough prestige with Master Uthar to take this test. Okay. Seems I need to get across. Oh, here we go. Seems I need to get across the pool of acid in the central chamber if I am to complete my test here. But that's not going to be easy. The runes name one obelisk the pillar of fire, while the other is the pillar of ice. I can only assume that one of the that one of the pillars leads to a way to remove the acid pool. Fire or ice. Wouldn't fire create toxic fumes? I'm not sure. Maybe freezing the pool would be safer. Well, I'll worry about that once I bypass the Terran Tatek beasts, if I can. I suppose it's now or never. Okay, so fire or ice. I feel like ice. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll choose ice. You've been messing with settings and stuff? Okay. Hopefully it's just temporarily an issue. Okay. That was a ominous cutscene. Let's do a little healing. More skeletal remains. Oh god. Okay. No, we're good. We'll just freeze them and then smack them. I'm about to be out of force as well, though. Oh, shoot. Alright, let's throw some grenades. No! Throw a grenade! What? What are you... No! Ow. Oh no. Shoot. Why are they so strong? No, why am I giving myself antidotes? No! What the fuck? I should probably go to bed, so I'm gonna reboot. And if this doesn't fix it, I'm going back to Windows. Oh, damn. Okay. That is pretty annoying. I'll have to redo the puzzle. I should have saved after the puzzle. It is a kind of fun puzzle to do, though. But now that I know how, now that I just did it, I feel like it's not going to be as fun. So I have to really figure it out now. Okay, there's the acid pool. I'm gonna go this way. Do I want to do the puzzle right now? Not really, to be honest. I think I'm gonna save this for next time. So, next time I can jump back in and go straight to a nice puzzle. Seems to be fine now. Okay, that's good. Sometimes just there we go. Yeah. Sometimes rebooting does the trick. Alright, I'm gonna call it a night. Have a nice night, nice day, whatever time zone you're in. Use your stims. Oh, that's a good idea. That's good to do as well. But next time, added 2 extra applets which show you GPU temp and CPU temp. I'm noticing higher idle CPU usage, so I'll probably have to delete it. Okay. Yeah, good luck with your applets. But yeah, have a nice night, nice day, whatever time zone you're in, and yeah, peace.